News out of Canberra, of course. The Liberal Party sensationally ousting Sussan Ley as leader after just 9 months in the job.
All right, let's go back to Canberra live to Mark Riley now. Riles, have they worked the numbers out? I felt like I was on The Price is Right. It's between 30 and 35, higher, lower. Have they got the numbers worked out?
Repressed memory syndrome, lads.
Yeah,
look, that was a bit comical, wasn't it? I mean, this is all about the numbers, guys, and you should know them. We had a better idea what was going on in the party room than the whip, which is a bit embarrassing, but 34-17. So that is an emphatic victory for Angus Taylor. That is a big difference. So he will take that. It gives him the pretty good support from the base of the party. There were only a couple of votes in it when Sussan Ley won, so he will take that with Jane Hume, the Victorian Senator, as his deputy. That's a little bit unusual, guys, a break with tradition. Normally the deputy leader is in the House of Representatives with the leader, but in this case Jane Hume will be in the Senate. That brings all sorts of complications. Does she lead the opposition in the Senate? I suspect she does. What happens to Michaelia Cash, who's the current leader? She gets to pick her own portfolio as well. Jane Hume, she had finances in the past. She may look for something around that. She may look for something different. So there are some complications, good complications to have, but in the end, this is a very important day for the Liberal Party and a dangerous one, because don't forget, they have just now thrown out the first female leader of their party ever after just 9 months in charge, at a time when she really wasn't given a fair crack at the leadership, and where the polls, though, drove south and were going to desperate depths, and something had to be done. So the challenge ahead of Angus Taylor now, this isn't the end for Angus Taylor, guys. This is the beginning of a very, very tough job. He needs to rebuild the Liberal Party around its key values, and he needs to contemporise it and present it with a new face, his own, and his deputy Jane Hume, to an electorate that has absolutely deserted the Liberals on the left to the Teals and on the right to the One Nation. A diabolical situation. He needs to be short, sharp and incisive with his messaging to say exactly what it is he intends to do and the alternative he wants to put to the Australian people. It's a crucial few days for Angus Taylor to get those messages out.
Yes, and we've been told that we will be hearing from Angus Taylor and his deputy a little later today. Let's go to Josh Martin, who's outside Parliament House. Josh, we saw Labor has already rolled out an ad trying to tell us all about Angus Taylor. That's one view. Tell us, what else do we need to know about Angus Taylor?
Angus Taylor comes from the southern highlands of New South Wales. He comes from a grazing family, and if you like, he is the ultimate sort of blue ribbon Liberal candidate. He went to the King's School in Parramatta, Sydney University, and he was a Rhodes Scholar at Oxford. He's worked in agribusiness and in consulting for McKinsey & Co, and he's been in this building since 2013. So now for 13 years he's served as the Energy Minister under Scott Morrison, and he also has served as the Shadow Treasurer under Peter Dutton. He was blamed in part for last year's devastating election loss for the coalition because of a lack of credible economic plans, and that's what the Labor Party has been seizing on with their new attack ads that they have released. On the other side of things, Tony Abbott, the former Prime Minister, has put out a message of support for Angus Taylor after he won today. Tony Abbott helped get Angus Taylor into Parliament as the member for Hume. In a tweet, he says, "Our party is at a low ebb, but Angus is just the man to bring us back to government. All Liberal supporters now need to rally around the leader." So a bit of a call to arms there from Tony Abbott. We understand that Angus Taylor, the new leader, and his deputy Jane Hume are right now bunkered down in his office. They are going through their plans for media later today. They'll be also working on a new shadow ministry list, and they've been joined by Andrew Hurst, who is the federal director of the Liberal Party. I understand there's also a photographer in there. Of course, social media is a big part of politics these days, and they'll be getting photos of the new leadership team together, guys.
OK, Josh Martin there, and also Mark Riley. Thank you for your coverage this morning. We'll be coming back to you, of course, throughout the show. Thank you.
Big day in Canberra. Overseas for you now. An American